we're primarily a business podcast, but before we jump into any of that, I want to ask about someone who's really important to you. You wrote about her on your blog, your grandmother, Onita Simmonds, Nana, as you call her. Yeah. I'd love to hear about her and the role she played in your life.
Yeah, so Nana was a very special lady. She passed this last year and had played, I would say, one of the most influential roles in my life for me to become like the human that I am today.
Wow.
And so many lessons that I learned from her, I've tried to apply to my life and try to honor her as I continue through my life with a reminder of her and the way that she operated and the way that she kind of showed up for people.
I was reading your post, and that last one you mentioned of embracing your own style and swag.
Yeah.
We just did an episode where myself, Alex, and Ali, the founders of our marketing agency, were talking about what we wish we knew earlier or just learned earlier. And one of it was just like, embrace who you are. Stop looking like side to side and comparing yourself to other people and like asking if we should go to business school because our friends are going to business school or something. This is the path. It's okay. Like, that's it. Enjoy it, love it, embrace it. So I love that.
Yeah. And like I would say the biggest lesson that she taught me was like the importance of practice. And she particularly practiced baking all the time. She would bake apple pies all the time. I was a special grandkid, I think, because every Christmas I would get a pie that she would make just on the side, and nobody was allowed to get it. She would just say that pie process, and I would come in and I knew that there would be a pie for me at the end of the day and I would be able to leave with it. But she practiced those pies all the time and she perfected it. She let us be the taste testers. And in my work, I believe truly that practice is key. I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't practice creating content, if I didn't practice and experiment with different channels. Before I make a recommendation to someone, hey, you should use Reddit, I'm going to practice Reddit myself and try to figure out the code to Reddit. And then I'm going to educate the industry on how they can leverage Reddit to drive results. Before I start to preach about the power of Quora, I'm going to experiment with Quora and try to get a bunch of traffic to my content and then talk about that. Before I make a recommendation on SlideShare, I'm going to make sure that my decks are generating millions of views, and then I'm going to educate people on it. So I think practice is something that I intentionally leverage, and it came from a lot of those lessons that she instilled in me at a very early age. Around the importance of just like working on your craft, staying focused on that and ignoring a lot of the noise. That was another thing that she taught us. It's like, there's always drama, there's always controversy and things you can get caught up on. The news is always spinning things a certain way and you can get lost in it a different way. And she always just said, like, just focus on what you can control, focus on the things that you can impact, focus on your family, focus on your community, your tribe, the people who you care about. And if you do that, the rest will just fall into place. So I think that is also a big lesson. I don't allow a lot of external forces to fire me up, and people kind of get shocked by the fact like it takes a lot to stir me up and get me off a keel kind of thing. Pretty much just like, okay, it is what it is. Let's focus on what matters and stay in that circle of control more than anything.